So in other NBA news, Kawhi Leonard has successfully gone under surgery to repair his partially torn ACL, and I have to give proper credit where credit is due because Skip Bayless was out ahead of this on everyone else compared to Shams, Woj, Haynes, and he just said that he believed the injury was much more serious than was led on to be believed, and he was absolutely correct. Now, I had the hunch about this after, he kept getting ruled out for games, especially when it came to game 2, when it came to the Phoenix Clippers series. But yeah, he's absolutely correct. And even though the timeline would schedule him to be back around next year, I believe right when the playoffs are starting, Kawhi Leonard has degenerative knees, so I doubt he's going to put his health at risk coming back early, or ramping up the intensity when he just got off an ACL injury. I doubt it's going to happen. And even though it was partially torn, they do the same procedure and it takes the same amount of time, so it doesn't matter that it was partially torn or fully torn. He would still be out for the 9 to 12 months. And it's unfortunate because next year when it comes to the Western Conference, it's basically a wash for Denver and the Clippers. I mean, Jamal Murray, he's more likely to be able to come back next year, but it's the same thing. Like, I don't think it's a good idea to put a guy that just got off an ACL injury and have him playing high intensity basketball in the playoffs, because you're going to be expecting him to play, at least 38 minutes coming off the injury, and I don't think that's just the right idea to do. So it's going to be a wash for the Clippers and the Nuggets next year because two of their key players, they've gone down with ACL injuries. But yeah, this isn't surprising. We should have, the Clippers, they obviously knew this, and it's not that, he didn't have to get surgery right away, because they'll typically wait. Like, these players, they can typically wait a couple of weeks after the injury, and usually with the ACL injury, there's only that initial pain, and then after, it subsides, they can still walk around, and they can still do other stuff. And when it comes to regular people, they can still play basketball without noticing that they have torn the ACL. So, not surprising at all. But if you're the Clippers, yeah, I'm pretty sure this will secure his future though. I doubt he'll opt out of his contract. But even if he did, they would still offer him a contract. Every other team would still offer him a contract because it's Kawhi Leonard. I mean, Kevin Durant got a max coming off an Achilles injury, and an ACL injury, it's a lot less serious compared. So, yeah, even if he didn't want to re-sign the Clippers, he would still get the max, and rightfully so. But yeah, man, that's all we really got. Kawhi, he'll be out for next year. I'm just going to assume he will because it's Kawhi. When it comes to him being injured and not playing through those, he tends to be very serious with that, and I can't blame him. I really can't, because that whole ordeal with the Spurs medical staff, can't blame him. And of course, his knees are weighing down because of his condition and just with overall age. So we'll have to wait and see. But he was playing pretty damn good basketball in these playoffs, one of his best seasons. And it's unfortunate you won't be able to see him next year because he was awesome. But that's really all I got. I mean, Paul George get a lot of shots next year, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see whether or not the Clippers want to re-sign guys like Reggie Jackson, Nicholas Batum. They're gonna lose one of them because Reggie Jackson, he played so good and he's gonna get paid. I mean, don't be surprised if New York Knicks max him. I'm just playing, but he's gonna get paid somewhere else. But they should be able to pick up Batum and be able to move contracts with Kennard. His deal is expiring, so they can do a lot of stuff in free agency, a lot more than the Lakers can. I can tell you that. But without the way, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.